I am here with Denis Lurton, who is heading the delegation of the Conseil, the Grands Crus Classes 1855. So I first wanted to ask you, Denis, for the Indian wine drinker perhaps who's watching, can you explain a little bit about the Conseil, the Grands Crus Classes 1855, and a little bit very simply about the classification itself?
Yes, it's quite simple. In 1855, for a big fair, universal fair in Paris, they decided to put in first some wines and ask the Bordeaux brokers. And the Bordeaux brokers made a list of chateaux. So 60 chateaux were listed, 61. So you have 60 in Médoc and one in Pessac-Léognan, now O'Brien. So it was only for the market, but this list was not new. In fact, even 100 years before you had this list, but it was not official. From 1855, it's an official list of class growth, from first to fifth, with 5 first class growth as Margaux, Latour, Lafitte, Mouton, and Aubryon. And after you have each rank. Desmirail is at the third rank.
This is your first trip to India, and it's too early to ask you for your impressions about India, but what are your expectations from this trip as a chateau owner and also part of the Conseil? What are you expecting? What do you want?
I think India will be a market for us. Now China is the biggest market for us, and we export a lot of wine. In the class growth, most of our wines are exported. So it's important for us to be everywhere in the world, and India will be probably a big market. And I think we have brands that can cope with a big market as India.
So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about your family. The Lurton family, of course, is famous in Bordeaux. You're associated with many famous chateaux, from Grand Cantenac to Yquem and Cheval Blanc. There's been an association left and right bank and everywhere. So tell me a little bit about how you got into it and how you came to be associated with Chateau Desmirail.
In fact, I didn't want to be in the vineyard first, and I was a lawyer for 3 years, and 3 years acting in Paris, learning acting in Paris.
I see.
But in 1992, my father said, all my children have to come back and work, and work in a vineyard. So I was lucky, I inherited of Desmirail. But in fact, it was written on the Chateau DL, Desmirail, and it's my initials, DL, so I had no choice.
Yes. So tell us a little bit, for those who'd like to know, a little bit about the wines of Margaux and Desmirail.
So Margaux, it's the biggest appellation in Médoc with about 1,500 hectares, and there is a type of wine, people say it's Margaux style. Margaux style, it's wine that it's quite round and smooth and easy to drink with a meal, and it's based on elegance and finesse. So it's a peculiar style of Margaux, and I try to keep this style because you can do different wines. The wine, it's in fact it's a juice you extract. You can extract plus or minus, and I want to have a balance between the tannins and alcohol. So each year it's a different vintage, and each year you make a choice. But my choice is to have a wine round, easy to drink when young, and the style, perfect style of Margaux.
Well, thank you very much, and we're looking forward to this evening and tasting the beautiful wines of Bordeaux. Thank you.
Thank you very much.